This is Jason Smith of the Bridgehunter's Chronicles here at the Chain of Rocks Bridge. The Chain of Rocks Bridge is part of the Route 66 stretch that went from Chicago all the way down to Los Angeles, and this, of course, the highway did pass through St. Louis. And it is very unique for many reasons. Apart from the fact that it consists of 8 or 9 spans, 3 of which, as you can see right here, are all simple span truss bridges. The rest are all continuous truss bridges. The other unique feature is the fact that as you go towards the center of the bridge, specifically the center part of the Mississippi River, the bridge actually curves to the left, and you'll get a chance to see that in the photos here. The reason why the bridge was curved to the left was for navigation purposes. Specifically, if the boat was to run into the bridge, it would actually keep it from falling into the water, as it would, unlike it would if it was straightened. And you'll see that in some of the pictures that I'll be presenting to you. The bridge was in service as part of Route 66 until the late 1960s, when the interstate highway system came in. First and foremost was I-270, which eventually made this bridge obsolete. And later on, I-44 going from St. Louis down to Springfield, and that pretty much made the rest of Route 66 going through Missouri obsolete, including some of the bridges and stuff too. Eventually, by the end of the 1970s, specifically 1979, the last stretch of US Highway 66 was decommissioned. Nowadays, some stretches of Route 66 still exist, some as state highways, including one in Kansas and Oklahoma. Others as just county roads, but there are some stretches that have been put out of use and eventually converted into bike trails. The Chain of Rocks Bridge was actually one of the bridges that was saved through efforts from the local communities, because it was in disarray by the early 1990s, and in the end they eventually converted it into a pretty neat bike trail bridge. As a matter of fact, this bridge serves the bike trail going from the Illinois side all the way over to the suburbs of St. Louis. Unfortunately, though, the bridge has actually come under scrutiny because of vandalism. Not so on the Illinois side, but on the Missouri side, it's a major issue, because some people have actually come across the bridge and actually broke into some cars and took some memorabilia and other personal belongings. Now, some of the suspects have been caught, but there are still some out and about and at large that the police are actually working on trying to capture and apprehend. But in either case, despite all the shortcomings, this bridge is definitely worth visiting if you are in the greater St. Louis area. Not only because of its history, but also because of its unique design. Okay, we're going to move on to another bridge. This is Jason Smith from the Chain of Rocks Bridge near St. Louis.